By way of introduction, here we have the components of the hydrologic cycle of a forest ecosystem. By scaling down to the plant level and seeing what components of the hydrologic cycle directly affects the plant, we can scale back up to the entire ecosystem. My research measures three primary components of the plant level water balance: transpiration, truefall, and precipitation, which adequately satisfies the objectives of my research. This research was formulated in response to questions by the management team at the Ocala National Forest about how the conversion of sandpine vegetation to oak scrub ecosystem will affect potential water yield. Here are the species across sites, and here are the equipment that was used for data collection. The moisture conducting part of the stem is the sapwood area. Sap flow was measured using sap flux probes. So in order to determine sapwood area, tree cores were extracted and visually inspected for sapwood length. Now, results shows that vapor pressure deficit and volumetric water content was similar across site. A short time series of about 3 days shows that daily pattern of unit transpiration was similar to the pattern of vapor pressure deficit. Now, daily sap flux density for sandpine was considerably lower than for the other oak scrub species. Also, this graph right here shows that sandpines reached a peak value for transpiration at noon, while the oak scrub species reached a peak value for transpiration between 10:30 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. This graph shows that most species behaved differently at limiting conditions represented by the red color and non-limiting conditions represented by the blue color, which is further demonstrated by this graph right here. Now, this graph shows that truefall was higher at the sandpine site than at the oak scrub site. Now, this study shows that higher species transpiration rates and vegetation abundance at the oak scrub site resulted in higher transpiration and interception. And provided that the results obtained in this case study translates to the general sandpine site on the Ocala National Forest, then the intended management efforts for the conversion of sandpine ecosystem to oak scrub vegetation may result in a reduction in potential water yield. Further studies that measure other components of the water budgets is recommended. Thank you.